My name's Asha Tharoor and I'm a communications consultant, and for me that means helping people to tell their stories and get their messages across, particularly in the areas of social impact and social change, economic and social change. I did some volunteering. It started off from volunteering at things like hospital radio, and then I volunteered in India working with women who lived in slums, and I knew that I would like to do that for my career, but it was a question of how to get into it. So I think that volunteering gave me a really good basis, because rather than reading and learning or doing an international development degree, I wanted to actually experience some of it, rather than just learn. That's how I managed to get into charities. And from there, I knew that I wanted to focus on, at that time, the world's poorest people and problems and issues that could be solved via using the power of media. After I did my volunteering in India, I came back and did a journalism postgraduate qualification. So it's called the NCTJ, but I knew specifically, rather than programme work or fundraising, I wanted to focus on how to use media to affect change. So I knew that studying journalism and learning and hopefully getting some experience in that side of things would help me to switch to the other side of the coin, which is, some people call it PR, some people call it communications, but I knew that they were two sides of the same coin. Now, after being in-house for international development agencies and charities for the last 7 years, I've been working with anything from social impact businesses to charities, campaigning organisations, to help them tell their story through building a powerful narrative and helping them get their messages across, coupled with having really good contacts and relationships with journalists and campaigners and people who are trying to affect that change using creative comms and PR. I think that's where I found my niche since I've been freelancing. Well, funnily enough, one of my friends has decided to switch careers midway through her career, and that got me thinking about this, because I think it's the same principles apply. She has lots of transferable skills, but in the conversations we have, I can hear her narrowing down really the things that drive her and finding her passion in those areas. And I think that's easy to say when you're starting out. You also got the added hurdles of which doors to open. And I think the things like there's lots of community projects that are really good to get involved with, that will give you that experience of doing, not just learning from books or a course, that then it helps you put that onto your CV, like the things I did. I was volunteering. Community radio is another really good example. There's so many projects around now that need people like pairs of hands. So that's a really good experience, really good way to get some experience, but also shadowing. I was recently at something and noticed there was a couple of more organisations take people who want to shadow as well, and just keep being tenacious and applying to things that might not be your ideal starting point in terms of salary or exactly what you want to do, but the organisation speaks to you. That's what my friend is doing. She's used to being someone else in a different industry, and now she's adapting that to the industries that speak to her, the organisations that mean something to her. I think having that drive to make an impact, whatever your area is. It could be communications, it could be like painting, but aligning yourself, I think, with the right groups as well. There's lots of groups, for example, that I've joined in Cambridge, because this area is quite new to me.